I think for many people, these past 2 years have largely been about pushing the limits of their own adaptability, dragging their feet, and trouble seeing a way forward. If you have felt a chronic sense of blah taking you over that left you feeling unmotivated and numb, you weren't alone. With so much uncertainty and the feeling of powerlessness overwhelming us every day, staying true to who we are never felt more difficult. What I hope though is that after 2 years of feeling unsettled, your sense of self is becoming stronger again and you feel ready for change. You realize you need to make space for your own needs and reprioritize your time. Maybe you have found out during these isolated times you want to make new friends, but you're not quite sure what your kind of people look like and where to find them. Or maybe you feel the need to explore your artistic side, but you do not know what type of project sparks your right side of the brain. Or maybe you want to start exploring a different type of career, but you're not sure what would fit your interests and capabilities. Overall, you're eager to get to a point where you feel at ease with yourself, with more compassion, and your choices reflect your own interests, not someone else's. But how to get to this point? Where to start? How to go from feeling ready for change to understanding what to take action upon? Well, it all starts with exploring your unique identity as a person. I truly believe the first step to beating this feeling of blah is identifying who you are and what's important to you, so that you can start centering all that you want to do around your strengths and motivations. Having a well developed sense of self is truly beneficial in helping us make choices in life. When you have a clear understanding of your tastes and desires, you can start spending 100% of your time on who you are. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to identify, map, and structure a collection of the things that motivate and define you. As a human-centered designer, I have access to a range of useful tools for gaining an understanding of the people I am designing for. One of the first tools I make use of is called an empathy map. It's a visualization tool used to articulate what we know about a user and builds a broader understanding of the why aspect behind user needs and wants. Empathy maps vary in shapes and sizes. As you can see, a typical empathy map includes 4 quadrants. It describes what the user says, thinks, does, and feels regarding their context and his or her challenges. So, how to create one for ourselves and make it more specific? Well, it all depends on the questions we want answers to. In an attempt to make an empathy map that's more specific and useful for developing an understanding of ourselves, I've come up with the following questions. The worksheet I created has the intention to provide insights into your personal motivations and offer a first glimpse in what you find important to spend your time on. Let me walk you through the questions by giving you some ideas what to think of when finding the answers to these questions. As you can see, many questions relate to positive emotions to put an emphasis on the things that speak to you. These are some prompts that could help your thinking. The idea is to come up with at least 2 answers for every question, because more often than not, once you can think of one thing, more ideas will follow. To give you some of my examples to get you started, here is what I came up with. When thinking about what I'm most proud of is my ability to dream big and try out new things, even though I'm terrified. For example, starting my life as a freelancer and starting a business is my greatest accomplishment so far. Not because I'm successful at it, but because I've taken the leap to do it and not conform to a traditional life because I have to. What I care about is eating well and really nourishing my body with the food it needs. I also care a lot about animals and the importance of their presence on our planet. I feel most alive when I exercise and my mind becomes focused only on my movements. Next to that, I get energized by people who are passionate about something and share the same type of energy as me. When I can establish a connection with someone through a collaboration, I most certainly feel the energy flowing. When someone tells me that my work has had some kind of impact on them, that's when I feel like I'm contributing. On a more personal level, when my friends or family need my help with something, or they want to hear my perspective, I feel valuable. I always worry about not having enough time and spending it on the things most meaningful to me. This lack of time results in not spending enough time with my friends and family, even though I really want to. So that's my take on creating an empathy map of yourself. As you can see, it's very beneficial for understanding what makes you tick and how these insights might help you in taking decisions about your next steps to take. Therefore, I recommend concluding your empathy map with some clear suggestions for follow up actions. For me, these are 1. Find a collaborative workspace to spend my workdays. 2. Join a cooking course to dive deeper into gluten free and plant based nutrition. 3. Get a dog. After filling in this empathy map, you might be interested in diving a bit deeper when it comes to getting to know yourself better. I've designed a whole series of guided exercises for people to use who are at a crossroad in their lives and not sure what to do next or what to focus on. It's called the High on Life Kit because that's what it's gonna help you with. Figuring out what makes you feel alive and defining what actions you can take right now to meet those needs. Ultimately, that's what life is about. You can download your own free empathy map template when you're interested in doing this exercise yourself. Be aware that it takes some time to fill in and you probably need some breaks in between to get all those answers onto paper. But it's so worth it. Have a go with it, enjoy, and let me know in the comments how it went or when you need some help. Bye for now, thanks for being here, and until the next one.